Hey, what's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the Rebound Journal. The holidays can really be a time of the year where people start to regret their decisions. When it comes to breakups, when it comes to remembering the things that you and your exes did together, it could have been a good thing, could have been a bad thing, but overall, your memories don't go anywhere unless you fall, bump your head, and get amnesia. Well, I had a guy who reached out to me because his ex was regretting the breakup and regretting the person that she got into a rebound relationship with. He was married to this woman for 3 years, and she left him to go be with someone else pretty much immediately. It started to happen over the summertime, and one thing that she started to realize was that the guy that she was in this relationship with didn't have the same morals as the person who reached out to me for coaching about. He reached out to me because he was wondering how to get her back, how to operate, what to do while she was still in this rebound relationship. They hadn't gotten divorced yet. So the thing that really drove home for him was his wife was having conversations with the kids about the differences between households around Christmas time. She liked the fact that the husband, the guy who reached out to me, was really into the Christmas spirit. Like, he would do the things that you'll see Clark Griswold do on Christmas Vacation. If you guys are in America, or even if you're across seas, it's a pretty popular movie here in the States. He would go do the Christmas tree cut down. He would, put on the Christmas music, dance around the house, really make it a experience for the kids. He would cook a big meal around Thanksgiving. And these are all things that the rebound guy that she was in a relationship with didn't do. So as she was talking to the kids about her, subtle regrets about making this hasty decision that she made, he saw some of my videos online and decided to reach out to me and ask, all right, what are my next steps here? I want to save my marriage. I don't want to be divorced. I wasn't someone who was very attentive because of the kids. I put the kids' needs above her needs. I would put the volleyball practices before going on dates with her, which is something that people do when they're in a relationship. I have this thing called the illities. Like, when we get caught in the land of the illities, the responsibility, dependability, we tend to forget some of the things that made the relationship fun. There's one illity that I think people should understand is the most important, which is flexibility and adaptability. Those are the things that are going to need to happen over time in that relationship for it to become fresh and for you guys to continue to grow together. So what I told him to do was to keep all communication about the kids. Don't talk anything about the marriage. Of course, if there's paperwork that need to be filed, those are things that need to happen. But when it comes to like emotions, how she's feeling, how he's feeling, try to refrain from doing it, because it won't help your case. Even though it feels like the right time to do it, it's just going to leave her in a spot where she has a lot of power as far as like where she wants this relationship to go. You almost have to look indifferent and as if you're somewhat happy about being able to get an opportunity to find someone else. So this was something that happened very recently, heading into the Christmas season. He's still trying to learn how to navigate this, how to show up for his kids. And at the same time, he didn't want to start smearing her or giving her anything to go off of as far as, being able to make the divorce messier than what it is. He said that it was too late not to talk about the emotional things that happen, of course, when you're in the midst of it and you're in the middle of, trying to figure out life as this abruption happens. One thing that she said during this process of letting him go was she regretted the rebound. She said it with her own words, and she was authentic. Like, do you think she was lying or gaslighting? I'm like, nah, I think that was actually the truth. She was regretting it, but unfortunately, certain individuals, when they get into a situation, they try to save face, and they almost come off as stubborn. They've been married for 3 years, but they were together for 10 years. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you want to just let them go. You don't want to keep fighting for someone who doesn't want to be with you. But it's really easy to say that. Hindsight, right? I've been that person. Hindsight, I can say that. But when you're in the middle of it, You don't see any of that. You just don't understand why a person doesn't want to be with you anymore, especially when you've put in so much time and effort. It's almost as if they've thrown away something that you guys worked really hard to build. What he told me was there wasn't a whole lot of toxicity in their relationship. It just got to the point where she felt like she wasn't heard, seen, or understood. So I know this guy is still watching my videos. I know you're watching this video. Continue to go with the plan like I told you. Hold that no contact. You have to show that, you're okay with whatever decision she decided to make, because that is the only way that she's going to want to come back to you. Because if you try to convince her, if you try to manipulate her to get back, if you try to guilt trip her from the kids, it's not going to pan out the way you want it to. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for supporting the channel. Subscribe if you feel like these conversations are useful, and I will see you in the next video.